We are integrating various militias, rehabilitating defectors from Al-Shabaab, increasing patrols, and taking tough decisions when human rights abuses are committed. Our forces lack basic and necessary equipment. We do not deny the shortcomings and the weaknesses. Paying them on time is an absolute must in the interest of discipline and loyalty, but all too often this has not happened in time. Security operations across the country continues around the clock in our attempt to deter and prevent Al-Shabaab attacks on civilians and high-value targets in the capital of Somalia and other major cities. Moreover, we have also successfully launched the Somalia National Security Council, which will improve coordination, planning, and strategic operations for the security. This means we will be more effective in preventing security incidents and protecting our citizens wherever they are. In the security sector, we must find the right balance between fighting a counter-terrorism campaign, reforming and retraining at the same time proves to be very challenging. Doing either will be difficult from our starting point. Doing both simultaneously, as we must, is a real challenge. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me now say a few words about governance in Somalia. We fully understand that good governance is essential in all Somali institutions, at the national level and at the regional and district level. Public finance management reform, judiciary reform, and institutional building initiatives are underway, and a testament to our commitment of establishing good governance and rule of law. Our Parliament, where we have introduced and ratified legislation on setting up local administrations, public finance management, investment, and much more, is now functioning properly at the hour. Public finance management is a critical area where we have made progress. Our central bank now has modern facilities such as SWIFT code and high-tech electronic transfer and electronic payment system. Other critical reforms are also underway. Our Parliament has approved the government budget 3 times, and our expenditure is in line with that budget approved by the Parliament. We have restored our relationship with the World Bank and the IMF after 22 years of absence. Norway is assisting us with the direct budgetary support through the special financing facility, which we hope that many more donors will also be contributing. For the first time in Somalia, we have advertised the positions of the Accountant General and the Auditor General in order to get highly competent and professional Somalis based on merit. We have a policy in place that indicates a zero tolerance for corruption. On the other hand, I would like to present to you the political progress that we are making in Somalia. A political solution is the first step in building a stable governance framework in our country. This is why inclusive politics is the first pillar for the compact. It holds everything else together. During our first year in office, we've begun to lay the foundations for the return of effective, stable, and representative governance in Somalia, the cornerstone of lasting peace. The New Deal will help us to enlarge, accelerate, and deepen all these efforts. But we must be mindful that much more remains to be done. Somalia should possess a fully fledged constitution reflecting a broad national consensus on how we wish to govern ourselves. We must complete the establishment of our federal system and advance the process of democratization through the development of multi-party electoral system that will serve to unite us rather than to divide us. To this end, Parliament has already passed legislation establishing an independent Constitutional Review Commission, Constitutional Review and Implementation Commission, as required by the Provisional Constitution in place. We must move quickly to put in place other critical statutory bodies, including the Boundaries and the Federation Commission, and the National Independent Electoral Commission, whose tasks it will be to guide our thinking and to inform our actions in order to complete Somalia's transition to stability, security, and democracy. In March this year, my government signed an agreement with the authorities in Puntland, framing our shared commitment to implement a federal system of governance in the country. This agreement must now be translated into institutional merge, deepening governance and social cooperation between the center and the peripheries. In August, we signed an accord that establishes an interim Juba administration in the Juba regions, which also aspires to become a federal member unit in accordance with the provisional constitution. This agreement, achieved after long months of painstaking negotiations, demonstrates what can be achieved through the combination of Somali political leadership, AMISOM peace-building support operations, and all these troop-contributing countries, and state support of our closest neighbors working together within the framework of IGAD. I extend a special thanks to the government of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and many good friends, my good friend Foreign Minister Tedros Adhanom in particular, for his tireless effort in bringing those talks to a successful conclusion.